Hey guys, and welcome to another reading vlog. So yes, it's a Wednesday and I'm starting this reading vlog quite late. I was umming and ahhing as to whether to actually do a reading vlog this week. I decided that, you know, there's no time like the present, so I'm gonna start it and just pray that I actually edit it on time. So I haven't done a reading vlog in a very long time, so bear with me. And what's really annoying is I have like two massive spots and it's just, oh god, the day I choose to film and I get like a massive outbreak of Mount Everest spots. Fun times. I'm not going to do a life update for you because I did a kind of what's been going on with me video, so you can watch that to see where I've been for the past 2 months. But reading wise, this month I have read quite a few books already, but at the moment I am currently listening to Everless by Sarah Holland on audiobook, and I'm about 10% of the way through that at the moment. And I'm also reading A Bad Boy Stole My Bra by Lauren Price, and I haven't actually started that yet, but it's like on my Goodreads currently reading list. What else am I reading? I'm also reading May Volume 1, which I requested off NetGalley, but I haven't started it yet. But again, it's on my Goodreads currently reading list. And I'm also, I guess, currently reading The Empress by S.J. Kincaid, but I'm on like 27% of that and I haven't read it since, I want to say about a month ago. So that's kind of like a book that I'm going to have to start again, because at the moment I am concentrating on reading books off my TBR pile for Yolk, which is in less than 2 weeks, and I am so excited. So I'm just reading books off my TBR for that. And I actually have hardly read any books at all. I've read Big Bones by Laura Dockrell. I've read Bookshop Girl by Chloe Coles, and that's it. I mean, I've already read books by authors like Sarah Bernard or Holly Bourne. I've already read like books by them, so I don't have to worry about that. But I still haven't read Children of Blood and Bone or The Hazelwood or Starfish. And I haven't even read The Bells yet, so that's something that I definitely need to do very soon. But what I'm going to do now is I just need to write up a blog post, and then I'm going to be filming my June wrap-ups and maybe a couple of other videos, so I'm not behind again on YouTube. So England are playing tonight in the semi-finals of the World Cup, which is insane. If they don't win, I will cry, so fingers crossed, but that will be an update for tonight, not right now. So I've got a lot of stuff to do before the game, and I will check in with you later. Okay, so it's 1:25 and I have done some blogging. I've answered some emails and I filmed my June wrap up, so I'm getting there. There's just quite a lot of filming that I need to do to get myself back on track, and I've just been blogging a lot more lately, which is really good actually, because I can do it whilst listening to an audiobook, which I have been doing. Earlier I was listening to Everless by Sarah Holland, and I think I'm on like 25%, 30% or something now, and which, you know, I've done in, well, I don't know, about 12 hours I guess. I started it last night after I finished The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, which was really good. I just enjoyed that book so much. And I have actually pre-ordered the second book, which is European Travels for Monstrous Women, and that actually came out today on audiobook, so it should be on my phone now. I am concentrating on reading books for Yolk, so I won't be listening to that book until Yolk is over, and that makes me sad because the first book was just so good. And the first book I think was like 13 hours long, but then the second book, The European Travels, is 24 hours long. How can a book be that long? Seriously, I mean, the what was it, The Beauty of Darkness by Mary A. Pearson. That was, I want to say it was 17 hours long or 18 hours long, but 24 hours, that's a whole day. That's crazy, that's insane. And I listened to it at like 1.0 times speed. I can't listen to it to 1.5, I can't listen to it as 2 because it's just too fast and I don't know what's going on. So I listen to it at normal speed, so it just does take me like 24 hours to read it. So yeah, I'm interested in actually how many pages that is. I'm going to Google this because I am just very intrigued as to how long this book is in physical form. So let's have a look. European Travels for Monstrous, oh, it's Monstrous Gentlewoman, not women. Okay, pages. It's 720 pages. That's a big book. And how much was The Heart of Betrayal? That was like 18 hours, I think. Oh no, it's The Beauty of Darkness. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Just, there's too many books to remember. So that was 688 pages. How can like that little difference between page numbers mean that there's just so many hours? How does that, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so that is my little update for you. I think I might film another video and then I need to just relax because I'm tired. And I need to make tea for later for me and my sister. England game's on at 7. So yeah, that's my plan for today. I'm going to film a couple more videos if I can be bothered. I'm not sure if I have the motivation yet, but we'll see. And yeah, I'll check in with you later. I've just realised that I have read about 2 books on my Yelp TBR, and now life is getting stressful because this is how many books I need to read. Look at this. So I still have not read Children of Blood and Bone, I haven't read The Bone Season, haven't read The Hazelwood, and then I need to read these as well, and it's just not going well, guys. It's really not going well. So I kind of figured that the best thing to do is get all the books out in a pile and just binge read the shit out of them. This is going to be so stressful and I don't even know where to start. That's a problem. I don't know whether to start the big fantasy reads first because I know they'll take longer, or start the contemporary books first because I know that I'll probably whiz through them. So I'm not quite sure where to start. I have no idea, but little bit of an update. I have finished reading Everless by Sarah Holland, or listening to it because I listened to it on audiobook. So yeah, and I really want the second book, like really badly, but it comes out next year and that makes me really sad. But I'm thinking I might get one or like a few of these books on audiobook so I can like listen to them while I'm doing other things as well. But then when I listen to audiobooks, that kind of takes up most of my time because I'm constantly listening to the audiobook and I don't really tend to read physical reads. So I don't know, we'll see. I might just, that's a lot of pages to get through in 2 weeks. I need to prioritise on what authors I'm going to see, which is definitely Tommy Adeyemi. So I 100% need to read Children of Blood and Bone. Oh god, I don't know. But yeah, that's my update. Someone's coming in a few hours to buy my car, which is horrible because it's my first ever car. It's my little baby. I've had it for 3 years and now I've sold it. And I'm really sad. I mean, I do have another car, it's fine, that I've recently brought. But it's my first car and it's not nice. Okay, so it's 30 seconds later and I have decided that the first book I am going to read is going to be Goodbye Perfect by Sarah Bernard because I absolutely love her writing and I tend to read her books really quickly, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get through this today so I can start a new one, but we'll see. Okay, so it's 20 to 9 and I've just finished Goodbye Perfect by Sarah Bernard, which is another book that I can cross off my Yolk TBR list. So now I just need to figure out which one I'm going to read next. This has took me about 4 hours to read, I think. So yeah, hopefully I can get quite a few done before Yolk, but I doubt it. But I don't know whether to read another contemporary next or whether to read a fantasy or just like stare at the pile for 5 hours and see which book jumps out at me. So I'll update you in about 30 seconds once I've chosen what book that's going to be. Okay, so I've decided that I am going to read The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. It's quite short, same with Goodbye Perfect, so I think it's like 20 pages shorter than Goodbye Perfect, so hopefully I can get this finished before tonight, and then I can start a new book tonight or in the morning, and hopefully just smash this TBR pile. I have read The Next Together by Lauren James, but I haven't read The Last Beginning, which is the second book in that duology, which follows like 2 different characters, but because I thought she's going to be promoting this book at Yolk, so this is the one that I should probably read, so I know what she's actually on about at the panel. So let's get started with The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. Okay, so like I said, it's the Friday, and yesterday I read so much. So I told you that I finished Goodbye Perfect, didn't I think? And then I told you that I was starting The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, and I actually finished reading The Loneliest Girl. And oh my god, that was just an emotional roller coaster. That was just crazy. You think everything's going fine, and then bam, everything goes wrong and stuff happens. And oh god, I can't wait to meet Lauren James at Yolk so I can discuss this book with her. And I need to know when the sequel's coming out, because I just feel like I need it in my life right now. But then on top of that, I was going to start reading The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, but then I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to like chill and watch some stuff. What film did I watch yesterday? Oh, I watched The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz and Kate Upton and everyone, so I watched that. That was quite funny. Now it's like 5 to 11 and I'm just about to leave the house to go to the charity bookstore that I work at on Fridays, and then I've got nothing else planned for the rest of today. Tomorrow I've got to work, and then me and Layla are going on a ghost hunt. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And I'm an absolute wuss, so it'll be really weird to see how scared I actually get on this ghost hunt. Actually, driving to work today, that's going to be the first time that I'm driving my new car. I sold my old one and I'm very, very, very sad. That's my update for you guys, and I will update you later. It's 20 to 2 and I'm back home now. I drove the new car. Oh my god, it was just terrifying, because the bite, like on the clutch, is so much higher than my old car, and the clutch on the accelerator is so much more sensitive. So I was there like, oh my god, and I stalled 2 times, which was really embarrassing. I mean, they were on hill starts, so I guess it's okay, but it was just really embarrassing. But hopefully I get more used to the car. And then, because it's got like this aux button, like for my aux lead for my phone, but I couldn't see anywhere to actually put the aux lead. So I drove up to Halfords and they said, well, they couldn't find one anywhere, so they said that the best possible thing to do would be just to kind of rip out the front and get a stereo, but that's going to cost £100, and I'm just like, is it worth it really? No, I mean, okay, I would love to listen to audiobooks whilst I'm driving, but that's not going to be a thing. That I just did some chores, picked up my medication, and yes, so now I'm just going to pick some washing out and then get started on blogging, YouTubing, editing, all of that stuff that I need to catch up on.
We're going on a ghost hunt and we're going to die.
I bet you go and go.
We did that time we was at 4 o'clock.
And like crazy for.
That's your worst place, isn't it?
Don't say that!
That's the dark corner.
That's where you get the audit man.
Update time! So it is Monday and it's, what time is it? I think it's about 2:15 or something like that. Yeah, I've just got back from work, as you can see by the name tag and everything. Because it's Monday, I need to wrap this week's reading vlog up. I'm really sorry if this week's reading vlog was boring. It's just gonna take me a while to get back into the swing of things and to get interesting footage. Yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks will be really interesting, because next week, well, in 10 days I go to York with all my friends, so that's gonna be really interesting. I'll vlog most of the experience there, hopefully, and then the week after I go to Malta, so I'll be vlogging there, hopefully. So yeah, next few weeks are going to hold some exciting vlogging opportunities. But to wrap this week's reading vlog up, well, yesterday I finished reading The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, and I'm not quite sure what rating to give it. I don't know whether to give it a 3 or a 2.75. It just, the beginning was good, like the first half, and then the second half I just didn't know what was going on at all. It was just jumping around too much. It was rushed, and I just felt like I don't know, there was too much going on, and sometimes I was really confused with the world. I didn't feel like the world was explained enough. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna write a full review for my blog, but that's like a quick summary of how I feel at the moment. So I finished that yesterday. And then last night I started another book that is for York, and a book that I have been meaning to read forever. It's just in here. Oh my god, it's a big fat book and it's not coming out. And that is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I have been wanting to read this book for so long, and it's on my big TBR of the year, and yesterday I got to page 114, and because the text is quite small in this hardback, it takes me quite a while to read one page. So I think I was reading for about an hour and a half yesterday and got to 114, when normally if I read for an hour and a half I'd be, say, nearly on page 200. Yeah, this is going to be a slower read, but it is one that I really want to get round to before York starts, and hopefully I finish this within the next couple of days so that I can move on to another book on my York TBR, which is just, where is it? There, with all the mess that is accumulating in my room. That is the book that I'm reading at the moment. So to wrap things up, I can't remember what books I've read this week. Let me just consult my reading diary, or my reading journal. When did this week start? It's the 16th today. 16 take away 7 is the 9th. So at the beginning of this week I finished The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss, and I gave that a 4 out of 5. I just thought it was really interesting. It was set in the past, and it was mixing loads of classical literature together, like Frankenstein and Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Van Helsing. Renfield from Dracula was in there, so it was really interesting to read that. Well, I listened to it on audiobook. The next book that I read was Everless by Sarah Holland, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 as well. I really, really loved the world in Everless. I loved the characters, I loved the plot twists, I love the ending, so I really need Evermore right now because it was so good. Then after Everless, I read Goodbye Perfect by Sarah Holland, and I gave this a 3.5, I think. It follows, it introduces the concept of a student-teacher relationship, but it's told from the point of view of the best friend of the girl who's run away with her teacher, and it's kind of saying this is so wrong, why are you doing this, you are 15 years old, and goes into the whole idea of grooming, and yes, you get the idea. But it's interesting that Sarah Bernard took on that whole taboo subject. The next book that I read was The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James, and I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 because, oh my god, it was so good. You think it's one thing's happening, but then bam, Lauren James turns it round and it's nothing like you're expecting at all, and it just goes crazy at the end, and oh god, I was so excited that I messaged Lauren James on Instagram and I was like, give me the sequel now because I need the sequel. And she was like, I'm writing it at the moment. And I was like, wait, there's going to be a sequel? I didn't know this. I didn't know there was going to be a sequel. So now I'm just like really, really excited that that's happening. Then obviously, you know, I read The Hazelwood. I've just given you my thoughts on that. And then I've just told you that I'm starting the Bone season. So yeah, this week I read 4 books and finished The Alchemist's Daughter. So 4 1/4, I guess, that I've read. Which is really good. So if I can keep up this momentum for the next 10 days, then I'll be able to get through a lot of my ALC TBR, fingers crossed. So yeah, that's it for this week's reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm sorry it's kind of been boring and not me showing you live, it's just me talking to you guys. But yeah, it's like I said, it's going to take me a while to get back into all of that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you next week for the next reading vlog. Bye!